Great atmosphere in the stadium here, Chris. It's a full house. Good to see. It was a full house 2 weeks ago in Germany as well.
Yeah, fans are certainly enjoying their Speedway Grand Prix these days, and yeah, it is. It's absolutely fantastic to see these full stadiums.
These days to attract youngsters, and I hope with these.
Okay, let's get down to some reaction with Greg Hancock, but firstly, Abby Stevens.
Greg, what a way for Max Frick to come back and assert his authority and ability at the Grand Prix level.
Absolutely. After, you know, not making the series from last year and coming back into this, he's got everything to gain, as we said earlier, and he's definitely showing that he wants to be here, that he's a man that can steal a lot of points from these guys, and he looks really, really solid.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to speak to him in between his heats, and he's so focused. He's like, please, later. That just shows his dedication, but also it really shows the mark of what tonight's like, because they've not got much time in between heats.
No, exactly. I can see that even with Simon right now, too. You can see that the decisions are so quick, and you don't have a lot of time to sort of grasp it, let it sink in, and decide, like, maybe we should try this. It's like quick decisions. You got to do it. You got to go for it, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
And for Ty Wifferdam, what does he do? It's such a rut. You've been there, Greg, 2001, in between winning world titles. How did you get back up, find that mojo again, and find the performance?
You know, it is really tough, and you feel for a guy like Ty. You can see that he's really struggling. I noticed that he's not moving off the white line at all either, so that tells me that he's not 100% comfortable either with his equipment or the situation, whatever it is. So these are the kind of times when you really got to dig deep. You've got to find, you know, your mojo, as you said. You've got to realize why you're here, that it's fun, and it's always fun when you're winning, and when it's not, you're trying to figure out how to make the fun out of it. But you know, they're working hard. He's got a great group of guys around him. It's just like you need that one good meeting or a couple of good heats just to kind of realize that you still are a world champion and you want to fight for a championship.
Greg, thank you. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Abby. Looking forward to the next 4 heats for you. We'll have a look at those in detail now, give you the lineups. Heat 17 through 20. We've got Madsen, who started strongly but has slipped away now. Andrei Lebedev's with a couple of points here would be handy for him. Kubera as well, another race win for Kubera. He could sneak in.
Yeah, it's all tightening up. Look at Heat 18, Jack Holder, a man under immense pressure. You would suggest a race win would give him a chance. There's no guarantee of making the semi-final, but look, he's coming off gate 3. How tough's that going to be?
Super tough. One race win there by Kubera, but yeah, he needs that. Man who's on 48 World Championship points, 2 points behind the leader who's on 50, and Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik is already in the semi-finals, beginning to stamp his authority once again on the championship. And that consistency is pressure in itself. You can't afford to slip up when Zmarzlik is about. I know we were spending some time looking at those stats prior to this evening beginning. And Bartosz Zmarzlik is absolutely relentless. You know, Freddie Lindgren had 10 rounds last year to 9 for Zmarzlik with the DQ in Boyens. Only had 1 bad round in Tetro, 5 points. Missed out on the championship. That's how tough it is, and that's how crucial it is to remain consistent at this highest level. Riders are out on track for heat number 17. This will be the 5th ride for all riders now, and Leon Madsen is out here, not looking like a semi-finalist this evening after a good start. Has failed to score in his last 2. Can he finish with a win off the inside in the red helmet colour? Andrei Lebedev's comes out of gate number 2 in blue. Ty Wifferdam, gate number 3 in white, and Kubera off the outside in yellow, who was stunning out of gate number 3 in his last ride, the only rider to win from there. If he does something similar here, off the outside gate, he's going to sneak into the semi-finals.
Well, if his bike reacts off the outside gate as it did off gate number 3, then he'll be there way before anybody else.
Half an hour in front. Yeah, he'll be having a cup of tea down the back straight thinking, where are you? Anyway, Leon Madsen, can he finish with a bit of a consolation here, or will it be Ty Wifferdam strutting his stuff here? I tend to agree with what Greg was saying there. Just needs to find a spark. Remember that he is a genuine world-class rider. To find it within himself to fall in love with it once again. Here we go. What a start from Lebedev's out of gate 2. Fabulous stuff from him. He's been going terrific all night long. Kubera coming around the outside of Madsen. He comes through into 2nd place. But I tell you what, Andrei Lebedev's enjoying his best Grand Prix so far. Tied out in front though with Kubera coming on strong.
Ah, cracking ride for Kubera. His team would have told him, look, you're going to have to win if you want to guarantee yourself a spot in the semi-finals, and he's just roared past Lebedev's. He made a super start from gate 2. Oh, now look at that.
Oh.
Lebedev's nearly ridden into by Madsen. Madsen's not going to qualify with these points. Even a second place won't do him.
Madsen round the outside, getting a face full of dirt there, finds his way past Andrei Lebedev. Now Lebedev started so strongly here, but has failed to maintain that pace and has slipped out of it. Kubera, though, this is absolute manna from heaven from him. One out of gate number 3, that was a surprise. Brilliant effort from him in heat number 17. He's out of the last corner, he's loving life. Made the final 2 weeks ago. He's through to the semi-finals here after a desperate home round in Warsaw, just 3 points that night. All of a sudden, Kubera looking good, really good. One of the newbies, one of the new boys doing the business. Lebedev's also probably through to the semi-finals as well. Kubera, 3 points, massive for Kubera. Leo Madsen back in second place. Kubera and Lebedev's just failing away there in third, and Ty Wuffenden misses out in heat number 17. Kubera finishes on 9, he's through. Lebedev's on 8, may have to wait, we'll wait and see. 8 may be enough. He's had a race win, but it's going to get
2
tight.
race wins, so he should be enough.
So he should be enough. Handy. Started well here, but just faded somewhat here.
Yeah, made the best start, pulled very clear into the first turn off gate 2 there, round the inside, probably did exactly the right thing after the track grade. But I just think as the race progressed and as the track progressed, he just wasn't brave enough. He was allowing people to generate more speed in the dirt there. As you can see, Kubera makes a long straight up the inside. Seems to have really dialed the bike in perfectly now.
Indeed he has. And it's going along nicely, Kubera. And can he make it back-to-back finals in 2 Grand Prix? It's looking likely. Certainly got the bike working very nicely indeed. So now we're moving into heat number 18. Massive race again for Freddie Lindgren on the inside in the red helmet colour. Wozniak needs a win. Gate number 2 in blue. Jack Holder likewise needs a win out. Gate number 3 in white. And Kai Hülkenberg, not his night. He's from the outside in yellow. Can't make the semi-finals. What a moment. A moment for that man. But I've got to say, Jack Holder hasn't had a great night. He is up against it here. Just simply has to win. Which way is it going to go in heat number 18? Hasn't made the start. What a start from Wozniak. Gate number 2's working a treat now. Now Holder trying to get up the inside of Freddie Lindgren. Not going to do it. That's not enough for Holder there. Going to have to produce something very special indeed, and he's going to get to the front. Here comes Freddie Lindgren charging hard in second place.
Yeah, this would be enough second place for Lindgren. I'm surprised he's taking too many risks. Simon Wozniak just come from out front. Lindgren definitely making more speed off the corners, using the dirt line, using all the grip. It's coming under fire though from Jack Holder, and he can't afford to go backwards. But this will be an absolute disaster for Holder currently coming into this round. Here comes Lindgren up the inside. He's going to come through.
Wozniak making a mistake coming out of turn 2 late on in the race. Can he chop back to the inside? He's trying awfully hard. They're into the last lap. Freddie Lindgren was just keeping his eye on Holder as well. Holder, this is disaster for Holder in the championship. Slipping out of it here. And when you consider how well Zmarzlik's going, it's going to be all change. Freddie Lindgren, back-to-back wins for him, much more like it from the world number 2. Really has turned on the style after failing to score first time out. He's had 2 second places and finishes his qualifiers with 2 wins. That's more like it for fast Freddie Lindgren. Wozniak just slipping up there. Might be very costly for Wozniak. 3 points for Freddie Lindgren, 2 points for Wozniak, 1 point for Jack Holder. Kai Hülkenberg misses out. It is costly for Wozniak. He's going to miss the semi-finals as a consequence. That mistake, that's how critical it is at this level. Mikkelsen there with a race in hand. Lebedev's on 8 as well. But for that man, well, he moves on to 10 from 5. That's a good effort.
Yeah, certainly Wozniak that makes a great start. I'm not sure a race win here actually would have seen him through anyway, because Mikkelsen beat him in the race that they met, so it would have been awfully tight. But great ride from Freddie Lindgren. He's really starting to build a little bit of confidence back now in the Grand Prix series. 2 race wins to finish his night. Moves himself comfortably into the semi-finals. As you said, it was a mistake there as the bike just grabbing a couple of times there for Wozniak and allows Freddie Lindgren through.
Yeah, disappointment for Jack Holder as well, and he'll be very frustrated indeed. Dan Bewley off the inside in the red helmet colour here. Gate number 2 in blue is Max Frick. What a night he's having. Gate number 2 blue for him. Martin Vaclik out of gate number 3 in white. Another rider on top form, and Mikael Mikkelsen off the outside for good measure in yellow. Cool, this is a big lineup. It's not going to be Dan Bewley's night, but can he win with a consolation win here off the inside? It's going to have to go great guns, because there's no doubt at gates 2 and 3, those guys have only dropped 1 point each so far in their 4 outings. Martin Vaclik has been sensational away from the tapes. Can he do it out of gate number 3 now? Gate number 19. Tapes up, and we're away. Bewley's away nicely, but it's Frick again. Frick brilliant to the first turn. Here comes Vaclik round the outside. Mikkelsen's there as well. Oh, it's tied down a back straight. No racing room at all. Frick's out in front. Martin Vaclik, look at him coming on. Oh, what a move from Martin Vaclik. He won't be denied tonight. He loves the Marquetta.
I tell you what, doesn't he just? He's going to go into the semi-finals as top scorer, I'm sure. But Max Frick, another, he didn't actually make the start bite, didn't react at all when he dropped the clutch, but he just worked it all the way to the corner. Really did make a good job of getting it into the first turn. But look at the speed that Martin Vaclik, now he's got himself in front, just going away from the field.
He's out of gate number 3 as well. Brave move coming out of turn 4 in the opening lap to get the better of Frick. Frick's comfortable in second place, Bewley back in third. Not good news for Mikkelsen, this. Not good news at all. Failing to score here could be quite problematic for him. He's on 8 points. It might still be enough, but for Martin Vaclik, 14 out of 15. Get in. Winner for the last 2 years. Looking like he's going to make it a hat-trick. Fantastic performance. As I said earlier on, I want that motorbike. I want to be able to make starts like that. Life is so much easier.
I'm sure you can buy it at a cost, Kelvin.
Yeah. Every bike's got its price, hasn't it? Martin Vaclik 3 points out in front. Max Frick back in second place, 2 points for him. Got to say that Mikkelsen missed out there with Dan Bewley back in third. 14 leads the Grand Prix for Vaclik. Frick on 13, he's in second. Zmarzlik, well, Zmarzlik has got a race to come, so he'll make an impact, you would suggest. But for Martin Vaclik, he's the man to beat right now.
He certainly is, and you said it, Kelvin, he's not going to be denied in this meeting. He was nearly denied by a couple of Speedway bikes on the fence as they go down the back straight here, as he just winds it on the outside. Mikkelsen only just left him enough room. I think actually caught Mikkelsen by surprise, because obviously he's come off the outside, didn't expect to find Martin Vaclik there on the outside of him. Bike grabbing there, he's going forward at a serious rate of knots. I think at this point Max Frick thinks he's doing everything right, but look at that. Bike pulling his arms out, he really is going fast.
Indeed he is. He's looking very impressive. Not easy to get 14 out of 15 in the qualifiers. Heat number 20, Václav Milik off the inside, the wild card, red helmet colour. Bartosz Zmarzlik, gate number 2 in blue, Robert Lambert, gate number 3 in white, and Jankovic off the outside. The 2 Czech boys here are pretty much out of it, they're racing for pride. Robert Lambert on 9, looking good tonight. The champion, the 4-time world champion, Bartosz Zmarzlik. He made a great start out of gate number 2 earlier on. Can he repeat that now in heat number 20? Tapes are up, we're underway, he can. He's there, he hits the front as they get into the first turn. Oh, it's tight there. Oh, hear him, scare him, going through the first turn. Kvek was involved as well. But for Bartosz Zmarzlik, he shows in front as they complete the first lap here in heat number 20. Robert Lambert giving chase, but Bartosz Zmarzlik back to winning ways, you would suggest.
Absolutely, and you've got to say that Zmarzlik, I think, really wanted to win here, just to give him a decent gate choice in the semi-finals. This will put him on 13 points, level with Max Frick. And Robert Lambert, 11, he'll be happy with that.
Yeah, Robert Lambert once again showing great consistency. Gate number 3, 2 races in one here. with Bartosz Zmarzlik on the edge of the dirt, barring a mistake. He's got this one. He has a sneaky look over his left shoulder. He's got a little bit of breathing space, but Lambert is there. The most dominant performance, or the strongest performance we've seen from Bartosz Zmarzlik in the qualifiers this season so far in round number 4 here in the Marketa, the all-in FIM Speedway GP of the Czech Republic. Bartosz Zmarzlik going along very nicely, finishes on 13 points from his 5 outings so far. Robert Lambert going along nicely as well, second place for him at 11. He's looking good. Zmarzlik 3 points out in front. Robert Lambert back in second place, 2 points. Jankovic picks up another point. 1 point for him, and Vasilev Milik misses out. Here we are after everybody's had 5 outings. Vasilik out in front, 13 for Zmarzlik, as is Frick. Lambert into 4th there on 11.
So 8
Lindgren on
points
10. And 8 points was enough. Mikkelsen creeps in. Wozniak, that mistake from Wozniak, possibly very, very costly indeed. Lebedev's also making the semi-finals here this evening. Big night of speed with some big, big races yet to come.
Have diabetes? Wonder if you can have more carbs? With the Freestyle Libre 2 system, easily know your sugar values and where they're heading. Real-time readings sent right to your smartphone, and no more routine finger pricks. Manage your diabetes with more confidence. The Freestyle Libre 2 system.
Not sure where to start with ED treatment? HIMS makes it simple, with 100% online process and no in-person visit needed. First, complete a simple virtual consultation. Then, we match you with a licensed provider who can determine if treatment is right for you. If approved, your order ships discreetly to your door for free. With treatments like Viagra Connect, Cialis Together, and personalized recommendations, the search for ED treatment starts here. Get started today at 4hims.co.uk.
How exciting is the British Heart Foundation's weekly flutter? Exciting enough to get your heart racing. Just a little bit. Like sparkling. When you're expecting still. Or finding a shop that's named your name.
Hey, Carl.
Finding a giant cornflake. Rolling a double six. Yes. Pancake flips. Catching keys. An unexpected... And best of all, the money you donate helps to fund life-saving research. £1 to play, £1,000 to win every week. See? A little bit exciting.
Jasona Krampa, ten tady vyhrál 3krát v řadě v letech 2002 až 2004. 3krát v řadě tady vyhrál i Taiwo Finden.
So 20 heats down, 3 races to go, 2 semi-finals and the final. We'll look at the points that have been handed out to the riders leaving us now. 9th through to 16th. Wozniak just missing out, picks up 8 championship points. Madsen 7, Holder 6. That's disappointing for Jack Holder, as it is for Bewley on 5. Hülkenberg 2, Ty Wolfenden, a night to forget for him, just 1 point. So Jack Holder, you would suggest Bartosz Zmarzlik is going to potentially leave here with a very healthy lead if he keeps going, unless something quite untoward goes on. And Jack, after a tough night in Landshut, where he turned it around, hasn't been able to do the same here this evening.
Za 2 týdny se pokračuje ve švédském Molile, takže je toho před námi ještě hodně, co se týče světové plochy dráhy.
Take a closer look at the qualifiers for the semi-finals for you now. So there we go, they're the top 8 riders for you after 20 races. A couple of new boys in there, which is encouraging in Andrei Lebedevs and Dominic Kubera. And I would suggest for Andrei Lebedevs, this is one of his better showings in Grand Prix. He's been an injury replacement on a regular basis last year, but a fully fledged rider this season. Started slowly, he was down in what, 14th I think he was coming into tonight? Yes, he was. So this is an opportunity for him to move up the charts, as it were, with big points being handed out now.
Massive opportunity as well for Robert Lambert to came in 7 points, was it, behind Jack Holder in second.
Absolutely. So Lambert going along nicely. So I'm going to see heat number 19. The referee is requested to see this race once again. We'll hopefully see reasons why.
Not sure why that would be.
Not quite sure. Craig Ackroyd is our referee.
Doesn't seem anything wrong with the start, that's for sure. Watching it in slow-mo, but it's obviously the start that he wants to see. No movement. I'm wondering if he thinks that someone should have a warning going into the semi-finals.
Maybe Mickelson, but it was only body movement. It wasn't the bike.
No. I mean, I would be surprised if
that would be
anything's dished
very, very tough if somebody got a warning for that. But Mickelson, who has managed to creep his way into the semi-finals once again. So, we are moments away now from the gate position pick for the semi-finals. So let's get down to Abby.
It is now time for the gate selection for the first of the semi-finals here in Prague. The inside gates have been favourable, and Martin Vasilik starts from gate 2 from blue. Next up, it is Robert Lambert. Which gate will he take? Martin is giving him the inside gate. Robert will start from red. Dominic Kubera up next. He has won from gate 3, but in his last heat, he won for gate 4, and he's sticking with yellow. The outside gate, Andrei Lebedev. Can he make gate 3 win? He will start from white.
There we go, the lineup for the first semi-final. Lambert on the inside, he'd be delighted with that. Martin Vasilik, gate number 2, gate number 3 for Lebedevs, and Kubera from the outside in yellow.
And it's now time for the gate selection for the second semi-final. Bartosz Zmarzlik also starting from blue from gate 2. Max Frick up next. Will he now take the inside gate? He does. He will start from red. Freddie Lindgren up next. Won his last 2 heats. He will go from yellow from the outside gate. Mickelson made gate 3 work in Landshut. Will he do it again here in Prague in the semi-finals?
Semi-final 2, the lineup for you. Frick on the inside on his return to Grand Prix. Bartosz Zmarzlik at gate number 2, Mickelson gate number 3, and Freddie Lindgren return to form for Lindgren off the outside. So there are the 2 semi-finals. It's where the big points are handed out now. Will it be Frick? Could Frick make another final? He's won 2 finals. He's won 2 Grand Prix, but Zmarzlik looking for his first win of the year. Lambert looking for his first win ever at GP. What a time to do it now. Martin Vasilik, what are your thoughts on that? Straight to gate number 2 in the first semi-final.
Slightly surprised. I think Robert Lambert and Max Frick will be probably pleased to have found themselves on the inside gate. But I can see, I mean, Vasilik right now, and he's in this sort of mood, he can make a start from anywhere. I think the only feeling is that they don't want to come off the inside gate and then get trapped down and have no options.
Must be. Vasilik backing himself, as is Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik's won 2 races from gate 2 tonight. Maybe that's in his mind as well. As you rightly say, Chris, maybe a little bit more of an option in that first corner. Martin Vasilik, a winner here for the last 2 years. It's going along very nicely. Leads the Grand Prix, had 14 points coming into the semi-finals, but that means nothing now. Those points don't count. It's all about the first 2. You've got to get in the final, and to do that, you need to be in the first 2.
Okay, 30 seconds.
Dominic Kubera, will he be a spoiler going from the outside? He's turned on the style. in his last 2 heats. Brilliant stuff. He's won from gate 3 and gate 4 in his last 2 outings, Chris. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, he'd be happy, I think, to be on the outside gate. He'll feel that he's got plenty of options, and he seems to have set the bike up a little better. He seems to have found that little bit of extra speed that he needed.
Tell you what, we've rattled through. It's only past 8 there. And it's fantastic the way this meeting's rattled through. Certainly been very entertaining indeed. Not a classic, but we're just delighted that we've got a race meeting on, because looking unlikely, as I say, without covers, no chance at all. What a moment. Can Lambert make another final? You would suggest he can. He's got a good starting position. Most race wins have come from the inside gate. But the man with the #1 pick here, last year's winner, the winner the year before that, he went for gate number 2. Bit of water's gone down there as well. It's dry on the inside. Look at the ruts there now. The track's wearing out, particularly on the start line.
Track's behaved very well, considering it's been covered up for the last couple of days. It has actually really held together quite well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Sometimes with these continental services, they can break up. Lambert's on the inside. Red helmet colour for him. Martin Vasilik, gate number 2 in blue. Andrei Lebedev's. What a moment for him. Gate number 3 in white. And Kubera off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Both these 2 new boys to the series have done well to get to this stage. What a moment for them if they could make the final. Kubera was in the final 2 weeks ago. Knows what it takes. Martin Vasilik, who's dominated proceedings so far. Can he do it again and make it 3 finals on the spin, 22, 23 and 24? Martin has had an okay start. He's on 27 points coming into tonight. He's going to build on that, of course, but he wants to win. He loves this place. Here we go. Semi-final number 1. Really untidy on the start there. I think Lambert maybe moved
the first
one, but then disaster for Lebedevs. He's gone straight in, but did Martin Vasilik touch the tapes?
I don't know. There was movement from Lambert, Vasilik, and certainly Lebedevs as he went through the tapes, but we need to see it again.
That man who was responsible for it all might got away with it.
I think he probably has.
Ooh!
I think it's probably just Lebedevs, but there's the movement. It's just Lebedevs, I think.
Sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Tell you what, Martin does touch them, though.
Well, maybe he does.
He does touch them, Chris.
But what do you do with that? I mean,
Robert touches them first.
Robert Lambert has started the domino effect, and then the other 2 have gone. But, yeah, who touched them first?
Could there be 2 exclusions here? I mean, this is drama. Massive drama for Martin Vasilik, who was looking good. Movement on the inside from Robert Lambert.
How's Craig Ackroyd, the referee, going to untangle this one?
Clearly movement from Robert Lambert.
There's the first one.
But who touches the tapes first?
Well, I would suggest Lebedevs from gate 3, but it's very, very close.
Oh.
It's close.
Oh. We're hearing it now. Lebedevs is out. Martin Vasilik survives.
Wow.
How tight was that? Andrei Lebedev's gutted. He's had a great night. Not the ideal way for him to end his evening. Got a feel for him there. But Robert Lambert, although Lebedevs has no argument because he wasn't looking that way. He would have been looking to the right.
Of course, Lambert's not going to get away with it again, though. He's got a warning. So
nor is Martin Vasilik. They've got to behave themselves now big time. Will this be a handy advantage for Dominic Kubera? Second time of asking. Lambert on the inside in red. Martin Vasilik, gate number 2 in blue. Lebedevs is out, excluded, touched the tapes. So did Martin Vasilik, but there must have been literally a fag papered between them. Dominic Kubera off the outside.
He's done Dominic Kubera a favour. He's got no traffic on the inside of him now.
No, nice clean run from the outside. Could see him do the business. One there, his last heat, one from the outside. Here we go then, second time of asking. Semi-final number 1, just 3 of them. Tapes are up. Martin Vasilik, what a start from him. Sensational bike through the first corner. Kubera around the outside of Lambert. What a move from the Polish man. He's going great guns in second place. But that man out in front, Martin Vaclik, only dropped a point coming into the semi-finals. Superb out of gate number 2.
Martin Vaclik launched off the start. Yeah, again, Kubera actually had to be conservative down the back straight on the first lap. Put the brakes on at the end of the straight. He generated a lot of speed, but the race settling down now. I'll tell you what, Lambert's the biggest loser here because he could have really moved himself within a few points of Zmarzlik.
Indeed, and inexplicably, Lambert is off the pace, having shown great pace throughout the evenings. He's tailed off in 3rd place. He's going to miss out on the final here this evening. Martin Vaclik and Kubera looking good. Less than a lap to go for these two. Kubera's looking good in 2nd place. He's cruising. He's cruising in 2nd place, but for Martin Vaclik, this is going to be win number 5 on the evening. Through to the final again, looking for a hat-trick to win in the Marquetta Stadium. Not easy to put the history behind the last 2 years. Coming in with a clear mind, showing great character tonight, Martin Vaclik. Brilliant ride from him. He wins semi-final number 1. Kubera coming through nicely, comfortably actually, into 2nd place. He's in the final with him. Robert Lambert there just didn't have the setup there, didn't have the pace to challenge. Misses out, as does Andrei Lebedev's. A shame for him with touching the tapes. Martin Vaclik, I tell you what, he keeps doing this. It's going to be awfully difficult to beat, you know.
Yeah, beautifully clean start. Just done everything right. He got his chin over the handlebars, bike's launched forward, kept it under control. You can see there, Kubera on the opening lap had plenty of speed down the back straight, but sensibly just chose to put the brakes on and ride conservatively, knowing that 2nd place will do him. But we heard from Martin Vaclik earlier in his interview with Abby Stevens, just saying that his wins in 22 and 23 mean absolutely nothing. He's not looking back at them. He's just got a job to do tonight, and boy, is he doing it.
Well, he's about to join potentially history-making riders like Ty Wolfenden, Jason Crump and Nicky Pedersen that have all won here previously 3 times. Only 2 of them have made it a hat-trick of wins. That's Pedersen, no, excuse me, that's Crump. And of course, Ty Wolfenden. Can he do it? We'll have to wait and see. We've got semi-final number 2 to worry about first. And the track's really good now. Max Frick's had a fabulous night. He's on the inside. Bartosz Zmarzlik's there. Rafael Dobrocki, of course, the Polish team manager, keenly looking on. He's got 1 Polish boy through into the final. Can it be 2? With Bartosz Zmarzlik, you would suggest it will be. He's been rock solid tonight, Zmarzlik. He's only really dropped points when he came out of gate number 3, and it was heavily watered then. Good to see Lindgren back to good form tonight. Semi-final number 2, the lineup for you. Max Frick off the inside in red. Bartosz Zmarzlik, gate number 2 in blue. Mikkel Mikkelsen, gate number 3 in white, and Freddie Lindgren off the outside in yellow. This is a tough race.
Interesting semi-final, this one. You got Freddie Lindgren, who just needs a big round. He's rode himself into the semi-finals with 2 race wins. Mikkelsen moved up 5 places with his win in Lancet. He's going to want to keep that momentum going.
Absolutely right. And, you know, when you've had such a big result after a long time away, not easy then to back it up. But all credit to him. He's here, fighting, hanging tough. Can he make the final from gate number 3? Going to be awfully tough when you consider the form of Frick and Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik has already won 2 races from gate 2, so he's got fond memories of that part of the track. Look at the crowd in the background. Absolutely nobody's left here. Fantastic atmosphere. The weather has finally behaved, and we've got a proper Grand Prix on here. Here we go, the Marquetta packed to the rafters. Here we go, 2nd semi-final. Tapes up. We're away. Look at that from Zmarzlik. That bike's just dug in. Clutch controlled, absolutely sensational. He hits the front. Lindgren roaring around the outside. Now Mikkelsen comes underneath Frick. Frick has been relegated to the back, and that's a surprise. But Zmarzlik and Lindgren, 1 and 2 from last year's World Championship, going for the final in the Marquetta.
Fantastic stuff from Zmarzlik, but Freddie Lindgren's quicker. We've said it for the last couple of rounds. Zmarzlik, when he's in front, is not as quick as we've seen him in the past. But Lindgren, difficult job in these semi-finals. If you're in 2nd place, you've got to be a bit conservative and make sure you don't go backwards, but he's certainly carrying plenty of speed.
Indeed he is. Zmarzlik having to work hard there to resist the charge of Freddie Lindgren. Lindgren just seemed to have more speed, you're right. Closing in once again. We're into the last lap. Mikkelsen trying awfully hard in 3rd place. Zmarzlik now, will he come under pressure on this last lap? Tell you what, Zmarzlik not completely comfortable out in front after a sensational start. But he's in the final. He wins semi-final number 2. Lindgren back to form. He makes another final here in the Marketa. Poles delighted. They've got 2 riders in the final. And disappointment for Max Frick there. I thought he looked like a finalist on his performances so far this evening. Just a shame, but on his return to Grand Prix, still very impressive nonetheless. Zmarzlik and Lindgren through to the final. Mikkelsen and Frick missing out, but still nonetheless solid performances from both of them. Looking forward to Sweden in 2 weeks' time, but right now it's all about Zmarzlik out of gate number 2.
Yeah, Martin Vasilek and Zmarzlik both chose gate 2 straight away, and we can see why, both making immaculate starts from there. But look at the speed. Freddie Lindgren's got, again, another rider that has to put the brakes on down the back straight on the opening lap. He's just got so much more speed than the guy leading the race there, Zmarzlik. But I think Lindgren was caught in 2 minds all race. I think if this had been early on in the heats, he may have been a little bit more of an attacking mode there on Zmarzlik, but certainly he'll be pleased with that one. He's seen the speed is there for him, but it's a typical Freddie Lindgren battling performance. He finishes last in his opening race, gets a couple of seconds, 4 points after 3 rides, and then finishes with 2 race wins. What a performance.
Terrific stuff, classic Lindgren. Bartosz Zmarzlik through to his 4th final out of 4. That's what it's all about when you want to win the World Championship. We'll look at the points handed out for the guys that missed out in the semi-finals. Robert Lambert will be disappointed, but nonetheless 12 points. Handy points indeed. Mikkelsen on 11 after scoring 20 points 2 weeks ago. Frick 10 points on his return, and Lebedev's 9 points in 8th place. And then so on down to Ty Woofenden in 16th. Big points. As I say, we spoke about it earlier. When you've got a rider like Zmarzlik that just doesn't miss out, how tough is it? Holder's going to miss out here. So is Lambert. You've got to keep making the finals when Zmarzlik doesn't slip up.
No, that's absolutely right. You know, I mean, Robert Lambert has made 6 points up on Jack Holder, but he's allowing Zmarzlik away.
Yeah. 9 race wins from gate number 1, 7 from gate number 2, 2 from gate number 3, and 4 from the outside. Sense that gate number 2 is going to be popular here with the first winner. It's closing up with the points scored from the first 2 gates. 31 points scored from the outside, 17 from gate number 3. Tight. I sense you can win from anywhere now. When it comes down to this last race, bit of good fortune in the first turn. Zmarzlik may be lacking a touch of pace, looks vulnerable in the first part of the race, doesn't he? It takes him 2 laps to really get away.
Yeah, but he's also very good at taking up as much track as he needs to stay in front. So it's going to be hard against someone that's... Lindgren was quick in that one, and Martin Vasilek has been superbly fast all night, and we know how much he's a charger. He'll battle through anything. So, it's going to be interesting.
Martin Vasilek, what a moment for him. Crucial gate pick for him coming up. Got to say, can he make it? 3 on the spin here in the Marketa Stadium. It holds a special place in his heart, he says. He comes from Slovakia, effectively his home Grand Prix. So, for the final time this evening, let's go down to Abby. She's going to take us through the draw for the final.
Gate selection for the draw then. Martin Vasilek just won from blue from gate 2, and he takes it again. Now up next is Bartosz Zmarzlik. He's won from the inside gate, but that was in his second heat. He is going for the outside gate from yellow. Next up is Freddie Lindgren. Freddie surely is going to take the inside gate. He does. He will start from red, and Dominik Kubera into another final. And the Polish rider will start from white from gate 3.
There we go then, the final. Freddie Lindgren off the inside in red. Martin Vasilek, gate number 2 in blue. Kubera, gate number 3 in white. And Zmarzlik off the outside in yellow. Your thoughts, Chris? Zmarzlik in particular.
Not surprised. The track is obviously after the track grade now. It's had a couple of races. It's settled down a bit more dirt on the outside. I think knowing that Martin Vaclik was almost certainly going to take gate 2, he just feels vulnerable to be on the inside of him. You know, Martin's making good starts, very good starts, and I think that Bartosz Zmarzlik just feels he's got options being on the outside.
Better chance to win the Grand Prix from the outside, potentially, with a swoop round the outside or a turn back. As you rightly say, Vaclik has been dynamite away from the tapes. As good as Zmarzlik's been, Martin Vaclik is every match of that. What a way to finish the night. I tell you what, you have had hardly time to take a breath tonight. We charged through. Congratulations to everybody concerned. This has been a great effort by riders, organisers alike. Track has been, well, it's behaved beautifully, impeccably, really. Thomas Topinka, Pavel Ondrusik, who runs this event alongside Discovery. It's been a great, when you get weather like this, it always puts everybody on edge. And so to come through with 23 races tonight is a fantastic effort. Will this man, the championship leader, move on to 70 points with his first win of the year? He has a great opportunity to do so.
I tell you what, that man, Dominic Kubera, he's finished with 2 race wins, decent second showing, lots of speed in his semi-final. Can't rule him out.
This comes down to mental strength now. Hold yourself together. Can you do it?
I mean, you could say, oh, he's got gate 3, he's got no chance, but of course he launched himself from gate 3 to be the first race winner from there.
He did. Does something similar, he'll be in the mix. And Kubera's also had pace when he's been going. He hasn't got tailed off or anything, has he? He's got the bike working nicely, and after that meeting in Warsaw, where he only got 3 points that night, World Championship points, has turned things around very nicely. As I say, I was just congratulating everybody concerned. It really is a big effort. You know, the Marquetta sold out here in 2024. We spoke to Pavel Ondrusik. He was really excited, and he must have felt, I can't believe it, because when you look at the weather forecast for next week, it's glorious.
30 degrees,
it's glorious
sunshine.
And it's rather unfortunate that this last 24 hours has been biblical weather, but look at that. It's a fabulous city, everybody knows it. There's plenty going on in Prague, that's for sure. The Marquetta Stadium generally delivers a super speedway meeting.
About 30 seconds, I'll wait for his
although
bike.
It's been slightly compromised by track conditions tonight, still nonetheless, we have enjoyed a terrific night of speedway. The rain hasn't returned. It was at one point going to come back at 8 o'clock. Fortunately, that hasn't been the case, but they haven't got complacent tonight, and I'm pleased about that, because the worst thing would have been to have taken your foot off the gas and then the rain come back in and spoil the end of the meeting.
Yeah, of course, a result can be called after 16 heats, but nobody wants to see that. We want it to come down to this, the big final at the end of the night.
Indeed we do. So here they come for the final time this evening. The 4 that have made it through to the final. Got a rider on a warning here, which is Martin Vaclik. Can he make it a hat-trick? Wow. Only 2 other riders have actually done that. Pedersen's won here 3 times, but he didn't do 3 years consecutive. 07, 08, and 12, 2012 for him. And 13, 14, 15 for Woofenden. I think Jason Crum, what was it, 3-4-5 or 2-3-4?
Yeah,
2-3-4. I think it was 02,
yeah,
03, 04.
I think you're right there.
Fantastic form from Jason Crum. Line up for the final. Freddie Lindgren off the inside in red. Martin Vaclik, gate number 2 in blue. Dominic Kubera, gate number 3 in white. And Bartosz Zmarzlik looking for his first win of the year in the Grand Prix off the outside in yellow. Had the second pick. Could have gone for gate 1. Chose not to. Concerned about the starting ability of Martin Vaclik. No doubt about that. That was uppermost in his thoughts.
So, Kel, I've got to ask you, who are you going for?
Martin Vaclik.
Okay.
I think he's the man to beat.
Okay, well, if you've gone for Martin Vaclik, I'm going to go for Bartosz Zmarzlik. Gate 4, options, but doesn't have a lot of speed in the bike, I don't
Dominic
think.
Kubera will come out of nowhere and win it. There we
Very
go.
possibly.
Freddie Lindgren's done well. Very well.
And he needs a win.
He does. He does indeed. The last 2 rounds have been not to his normal standard. Missed the final in Warsaw. Had a dreadful meeting 2 weeks ago in Germany. Here we go. Final time in the Marquetta. tapes up, we're away. Martin Vašlik's made a smashing start. Yes, he's got there. But Bartosz Zmarzlik's in traffic. He's trying to get up the inside. It's tight. Oh, he's got himself into second place. He had to hustle that. Kubera didn't want to get out of the way, but Bartosz Zmarzlik was desperate to get there. But Martin Vašlik, can he make it a hat-trick?
He's riding superbly. He certainly deserves it. Lindgren now putting Zmarzlik under pressure. We've said all night, Zmarzlik not really fast on the bike tonight, but I'll tell you what, Martin Vašlik looking every bit the winner there. Bike working for Zmarzlik, just doesn't have the pace that Martin Vašlik's got out front.
Freddie Lindgren looking very threatening, coming round the outside of Bartosz Zmarzlik. Oh, he's done him down the back straight. What a moment for Freddie Lindgren. As you rightly say, Zmarzlik hasn't got the speed. He's relegated back to third place, but out in front. This is going to be extra special now. Martin Vašlik, oh, it's tied for second and third. But Martin Vašlik, through the final quarter, a hat-trick of wins in the Marketa. He's going to be absolutely overjoyed with that. What a performance in the last 3 years here for Martin Vašlik. Back to top form. He won here last year. He won in the Principality as well in Cardiff. And Martin Vašlik wins in 2024 in the Marketa Stadium. Fantastic.
Yeah, fantastic, fully deserved. Definitely the quickest rider throughout the entire evening. He really has deserved his victory tonight.
Martin Vašlik wins the final. Won here for the last 3 years. Unbelievable stuff. Superb. Freddie Lindgren, what a strong ride from him. Bartosz Zmarzlik slipping back into third place. Dominic Kubera finishes in fourth. He's finished in fourth in the last 2 Grand Prix. Solid form from Kubera. But for that man, this is a special moment. He holds this place close. He was here as a boy, standing on the terraces, watching the action. He's grown up just down the road, effectively. Doesn't have a Grand Prix in Slovakia, so this is effectively his home race.
It means so much to him. You can just see in his eyes what it means to him. It's absolutely fabulous for him.
It's lovely, isn't it? It really is quite an emotional win for him.
It is. And who's to say he's not going to make it 4 next year? He's absolutely superb around this place, he really is. But Bartosz Zmarzlik, he makes it 3 podiums out of 4 this year, 4 finals out of 4. Just keeps going, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got to find a bit more speed if he wants to win one, but he's hustling that bike so far. He'll have a healthy lead in the championship. I haven't crunched the numbers, but we'll bring that to you.
It's getting a lot closer.
As soon as we have them. But for Martin Vašlik, this is a huge moment. Let's watch it again. A little bit of movement from Kubera there.
Yeah, there was. You know, he's coming off gate 3. You know, even though he's had a race win, he knows it's the toughest one. Perfectly times there for Zmarzlik to time that cutback. Gets himself in a second place there as Martin Vašlik just comes away from the fence down to the inside. But once the race settles down after the first lap, Martin Vašlik just pulls away. Freddie Lindgren, of course, now gives chase to Zmarzlik. But what a night for Martin Vašlik. That man out front just looks superb all evening. Look, he stretched that lead, and now Freddie Lindgren puts his attention to the outside, gets the bike hooked up really, really well. And a second place will do his confidence the world of good. Won the Swedish final during the week on Tuesday in Västervik, and now a podium in the Marketa Stadium.
Yeah, he looked actually really fast in the semi-final against Zmarzlik, but kind of just held station, didn't he? But there, just threw the kitchen sink at him and had the pace to get the better of the championship leader, the world champion. But Zmarzlik, who picks up 16 points for his third place tonight, moves on to 66. And won't be too disappointed with the way it's worked out, because the riders right behind him are not that close to him in the championship. So his lead in the championship will be extended significantly. That man, though, to win here 3 times on the bounce, to win anywhere 3 times on the bounce is very impressive, but when you consider it's his home Grand Prix, fantastic. So there's the points allocated for tonight's round, with Vašlik 20 points for the win, Lindgren 18, 16 for Zmarzlik, and Kubera on 14. Solid form from Kubera, 2 finals in 2 consecutive Grand Prix. He's going along very nicely. But for Martin Vašlik, he has going to steal all the headlines here. As I say, he's had a indifferent... on? I can't hear you.
A to jest pětníčka speciálně dla Mikołaja
66 points for the world champion, 54 points for Jack Holder, hanging on to second place. Robert Lambert into third place on 53. Doyle on 47, Martin Vaslik on 47 likewise. Mikkelsen on 47 as well, three of them. 44 for Lindgren, that's a step in the right direction. And Kubera in the top 8 on 39, and then a gap down to Dan Bewley on 33. Just shows you what a win can do. All of a sudden, into 5th place, just 6 points away from 3rd place. World number 2, of course. World number 3, of course, last year, Martin Vaslik. So let's get some reaction for you down on the centre green. Bartosz Zmarzlik is going to be joining Abby now.
Bartek, 4 finals this year, 3 podiums. Is that consistency the making and the marking of a world champion?
Ahoj, milí Češi! Yeah, I'm very happy because I'm being again in the final. So for me, really the most important, and again, make the plan minimum be in the podium, and I'm happy coming to home.
And in terms of your nearest rivals in the world standing, you've just stretched your lead.
Yeah, but I am not looking for this. I'm all the time full focus for myself, and I want to make the good job on the very meeting. Doesn't matter where I be.
Congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, solid form from Bartosz Zmarzlik without winning a Grand Prix. We were accustomed for him to win at this level, but 4 GPs, finals, 66 points, doing the business. So more reaction now from the centre green with Abby Stevens, with the man in second place tonight.
Freddie, you win the Swedish Championship earlier in the week. You're back on the podium, back to form. It must feel good.
Yeah, it feels really good. I've been going through a very rough time with my racing. You know, the last 2 GPs has been absolutely terrible, and I've been very down. But we did some good testing over the weekend and got some more hope within myself, and became Swedish champ on the Tuesday, and came here with a lot more hope. So it was good to pull it off and get on the podium.
It was a typical battling performance because the night didn't start well for you, and it's that tenacity that just sees you back here again on the podium.
Yeah, I was drawn a really tough number as well in the beginning, starting from the outside gates, which wasn't ideal. So, but yeah, I pulled it out later on.
Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely classic Lindgren tonight, and he needed to dig deep, and he did. And he's turned his form around. Fair play to him after 2 disappointing Grand Prix. He's back on the podium, and Lindgren showing great class this evening. And what a moment for this man, Martin Vaslik. Can't wait to hear from him. He's with Abby now.
Martin, you make more memories here in Prague. A hat-trick of wins in front of this incredible crowd, which is like a home Grand Prix for you.
It's amazing. I don't know what to say now. I'm super happy. I'm so pleased. Guys, I don't know what to say. This is like a dream for me. Win 3 times in a row here. It's amazing feeling. But let me speak in my language if I can. Chcel by som sa vám všetkým veľmi pekne poďakovať dnes, ktorí ste prišli na štadión. Je to neuveriteľné, túto kulisu, ktorú ste dnes spravili, jazdiť pred takým perfektným publikom je vždy úžasné. Ja sa naozaj cítim tu ako doma. Ďakujem vám všetkým, ktorí ste sa merali cestu. Prišli ste si užiť perfektný plochodrážny večer a ďakujem veľmi pekne za podporu a makáme ďalej a veľmi pekne ďakujem, je to úžasné a ďakujem veľmi pekne.
I'd love to say we could speak Slovakian, so you'll have to tell me what you said, but just a reflection on the fact there's so many people here in the stands. As a young boy, you were one of them. And you got inspiration from the likes of Greg Hancock. You're now a 3-time winner in a small crop of riders to have won here 3 times. The fact that you come here in Prague and it holds that kind of love affair for you, does it make it that extra sweet?
What can I say? I can say dreams come true, and I can say everybody who have a dream, just, you know, don't be afraid to dream, just go for it and really believe your dreams can come true. Same as mine when I was kid. I remember in 2003, I stay here next to fans and ask for Greg, hey, please, can you make a picture with me? He said, yeah, of course. I said to him, I'm your big fan, and you know, today I'm here as a rider, and yeah, this is my message to young boys. Just, you know, believe your dreams, go for it, and anything is possible.
Hugest congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Smashing bloke, Martin Zmarzlik. He's the real deal, that's for sure. Multiple Grand Prix winner, world number 3 last year. Has had his injury problems, which has held him back at times, but right now, with rides like this, how does he get that bike working to the first corner? Crikey. And
very well.
Yeah, and they know it, and they know this place inside out. Fair play to him, but he does have to hang on to it as well. And there's an extra spark about Martin Zmarzlik when he comes to the Marketa, and a hugely significant moment for him. Bartosz Zmarzlik, 3rd place on the night, going along very nicely. He'll win one soon. Well, you've got to believe that.
It's too good not to win one of the rounds, but he's quite happy just to keep making the finals, podiums. Just keep plugging away. He's happy while he's at the top of the pile.
Yeah, absolutely. And Freddie Lindgren coming forward now. What a turnaround that is. Clearly, you could see the emotion in his face when he's chatting with Abby there. Very important night for Freddie Lindgren. Clearly will be relieved as well as pleased. And a big week for him. But the night belongs to Martin Zmarzlik. A hat-trick of wins here in the Marketa. A place he loves dearly. A fan favourite. And to come back 3 years on the spin at the highest level and win here in your home Grand Prix, that is testament to the man he is and the man he's developed into. Fantastic. Stood on the terraces.
The confidence was oozing out of him tonight. You know, to pick gate 2 when you know that Zmarzlik's picking after you and you could give him the inside gate. Of course, he picked the outside gate, but that just shows a lot of confidence.
Indeed, it does. So we'll take a moment now for Pavel Ondřiček to come forward to present the trophy to the 3rd place rider on the evening, which is the world champion and the championship leader, Bartosz Zmarzlik. So bit of glassware, another trophy for the 4-time world champion. Stood on top of on the podium once again. Solid performances, 4 finals. Now we've got Jan Stovicek coming forward now, the ACCR president. Not quite sure what that is, but he's a president nonetheless, so he's an important chap. And he's come forward and he presents the 2nd place rider on the night, Fast Freddie Lindgren, returning to live up to his nickname tonight. Great effort from Freddie. Brilliant ride in the final to get the better of Zmarzlik. And now Armando Castagna, the FIM Czech racing director, coming forward to present Martin Zmarzlik, the winner on the night, with his trophy. And a very special moment for him indeed. Don't have long to reflect on it, but nonetheless, in the future, when he reflects on his career, I'm sure he'll look upon these 3 years very proudly indeed. Right, the national anthem of Slovakia. Special times for Martin Vaclik, that's for sure. And that's a hugely proud moment for him with the hat-trick of wins here in the Markéta Stadium. Just having a chat, of course. Bartosz Zmarzlik and Martin know each other very well indeed, having ridden for several seasons together in Gorzów. Zmarzlik now riding for Lublin, but they spent a hugely successful time together there, so a lot of respect between those two lads. And Freddie Lindgren, plenty of experience up there as well. 38 years old now, Freddie, but still riding out of his skin at times, having to work hard. Bartosz Zmarzlik still at the peak of his powers, that's for sure. He's going to be around for an awful long time. These scenes are very special indeed, Chris, aren't they? The team who work awfully hard, all involved here.
Yeah, and it's nice to see plenty of Slovakian fans have made their way over the border to be here for this fantastic moment for Martin. You know, 3 on the trot is an absolutely fantastic achievement.
Indeed it is. It's a special time. As I say, these boys are very busy. They're on the road very quickly and they're racing all over the place. Poland possibly tomorrow for most of them. And but it is a fantastic night. I will say once again, we have been delighted to have the event on at all, because since yesterday afternoon it's been raining cats and dogs here, and the covers did a terrific job, saved the meeting, no doubt about that, and we've completed it with everybody talking about, well, we only need to get to heat 16 and the result will stand. Well, as it turns out, we have had a fabulous night and we've had 23 races and a sensational result for Martin Vaclik. But at the end of the day, Bartosz Zmarzlik goes sweetly on. So there we are. There's the top 3 tonight. Let's get some more reaction from you now with Greg Hancock and Abin Stevens, and Dominic Cabrera is joining them.
Dominic Cabrera, you make your second final, and just before we came live, Dominic was like, yeah, I've been here before in Prague 7 years ago, but I broke both of my legs on that occasion. This is a much better memory, hopefully, of Prague now.
Yeah, of course, I don't want to remember. It was 7 years ago, but today we have a new day. It was first time for me on this track on full meeting, and I am happy because I am second time on the final and I score 14 points for the rest season, and I am happy.
It's impressive, isn't it, Greg, when we're talking about the newcomers full time to the series, and you know we're early in the season to make 2 finals. Dominic, you've got to be. What kind of motivation does that give you for the rest of the season?
I must focus on 100% because I don't have a lot of experience about the Speedway Grand Prix, about the track, and I have really big homework in my workshop, because I must choose good engine on this track, and of course we don't have training today and qualify, and I can try something set up, and it is really hard when I come on first year, and I must be ready on 100%.
We said that, didn't we, Greg?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also, I mean, you're riding together with Bartek and Freddie, obviously Jack. You guys are all on the same team together. You must be just like a sponge watching, kind of not showing that you're watching, but it must be so good. You can see how much speed you have, and I can see so many things you've learned from those guys just in your own riding style. So it must be good, right?
Yeah, I think this is really important for me because I race with Bartek every do I can in Poland, and of course also in Sweden, and I all the time looking for something Bartek what have on the bikes, how they do something things, and of course I am a different guy. I've needed different things on my bike, but be close to Bartek, I can go higher and higher and higher, and I am happy about it, and I feel like really good.
That's a good role model.
Well, absolutely, and you'll be taking more sponge-like information from him tomorrow in Lublin, because you're racing Watch Live 9 hours in the car. We better let you get driving.
No, I go straight away to my bed and I will sleep.
Oh, okay. We'll give you that. Well done tonight. Congratulations. We look forward to seeing you next time out in Melilla.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
So we can let you go. We can let you give us the mic. You can head off. Thank you, Dominic. Greg, it was an impressive final, and Martin Vasilic has only dropped a point tonight. He's been just electric from the starts. Didn't give anyone a chance.
No, not at all. And you can see, I know that Martin really, really likes this track. And you can see when he came here today, I watched him walk through the pits, and he was so confident, almost had a little bit of a Conor McGregor look to him. Arms were swinging like, I've got this. And you could see right from his first heat, he wanted it.
Yeah.
And the emotions show everything. So, yeah, hats off to him.
But hats off to him, because I know that, and he said it, didn't he? Prague holds memories, but they are memories. They're in the past. And he was like, I can't think about 2022, 2023 now. It's a new day. How hard is that, though, also in reality?
Well, you know, everybody takes it differently. You're kind of thinking, is he going to get another win here? Is he going to, you know, is it going to be a hat trick or whatever?
Yeah.
But for him, again, he's so confident. He loves this track. He obviously has a good bike for it. But, you know, he wants to win. I think his season really turned around here last year, and he really kicked off the second half of the season, and you can see where he's at now. So let's watch and see.
Yeah. Now, Bartosz Zmarzlik, he hasn't won still, but again in the podium, but has the speed into the first corner, but has lacked outright speed. Where does he need to make those changes?
You know, that's really hard to say. You know, it's you can see the guy. I watch his engines. I watch his riding style. You try to see how his engines are working, and it seems like when the doors open, he's just there to capitalize on them. So he's got the speed, but you know, it's a constant battle when you're racing. You're trying to find that little bit extra all the time. Talking to your engine tuners, where can I get a little bit more? One gear change can make it or break it. One jet change or ignition change can make it or break it. So it's a real fine line in the bikes these days.
But he's got to be slightly happy. I know he hasn't got the win, but in terms of, obviously, Jason Doyle missing him terribly, but Robert Lambert had a chance tonight. Jack Holder really missed out, not making the semis. And then, obviously, as well, just those other people that were in close contention with him just not making the mark tonight, and he just extends that lead.
Yeah, so does he really need to make his bike any quicker? He's he's so clever, you know, what he's got going on. And he could be testing all the time and so confident in what he's doing. But, you know, him getting a little bit of a lead right now, it's not safe for these guys. They've really got to work a little bit harder and find their speed to try to stop him.
Yeah, Greg, thank you very much for your company this evening. Back to the commentators.
Thank you very much, both. Yeah, terrific work down there in the pits. As darkness descends, we will have a bit of a light show and a firework display, but it's been a terrific night, particularly for Martin Vasilic. We look forward to Melilla in 2 weeks' time. We've got a busy month of World Championship Speedway. We've got 3 Grand Prix in June. Such a big month in the context of the championship, 11 rounds, and 5 will be completed by the end of June. Melilla, of course, was where Dan Bewley won last year. There it is. We've got SGP2 on Friday night, which starts at 7 o'clock Central European time, then qualifying practice at 3 the following day on Saturday the 15th. And our show then begins at 6:30 Central European time. Round number 5 in Sweden. Thank you very much to my colleague alongside me, Chris Louis. We will see you in 2 weeks' time as the fireworks begin in the Marquetta. What a night it's been. We look forward to you joining us in a couple of weeks' time. Thank you very much.